and John, Oliver had this real thought of, I want to make it like a hell on earth kind of thing. I want to do very like Dante's Inferno. John was like, well, let's make it a little more realistic. Let's add a little, like, we'll have the mythical stuff in there, but I want to make it just a little bit more realistic. So they changed it.
So they didn't have the same vision. And
in a way.
And I can see that in the movie. Two people having different visions, and it kind of got a little messy.
And I mean, it's what you get when you co anything. You're going to have two different views. I still enjoy it. I thought it was great. It would have been interesting to see that hell on earth kind of comic book feel to it.
And I know that there's a remake of this, and I remember being in your dorm room when we first started dating. You were watching the remake, right?
For the first time.
For the first time, yeah. And I see now I kind of want to look at the remake because I'm interested to see now that time has passed and...
Opie's dreaming.
Oh, Opie's having a dream. I don't know if you can hear it.
Nope, he stopped.
Of course he stops when we bring attention to it. But special effects made leaps and bounds from the 80s to...
But I will say, the remake wasn't horrible.
Okay.
I didn't mind it.
Anyone in the movie that I know?
Well, Jason Momoa.
Oh.
Jason Momoa...
Watching it.
Jesus Christ. Jason Momoa. Well, we have Rose McGowan.
Ooh.
Rose McGowan's in it. My boy, Nathan Jones. Big-ass bodybuilder, dude.
But see, now you've got me intrigued.
Quite a few people.
To see...
What the difference is.
What the difference is, yeah.
And there is a difference.
With time.
Yeah, there is a difference. Well, that'll be maybe my next pick. We'll see.
Maybe. We'll see.
So,
or like a follow-up to this one.
Right.
To get back to this movie, the 80s, they bring him back to life. Now it's time to get shit done. It's time to take the cult down. And they put on... Still, that war paint, it's too perfectly put on.
Yeah.
You know, it looks like they were about to do like an interpretive dance to the opening of The Lion King or something.
Yeah.
They are able to get into the temple, we'll call it. We find out that they're cannibals, the cult.
Yeah. Well, flesh. Back to the flesh is stronger than steel.
True, so let's eat it.
So let's consume the flesh. There you go.
Yeah, I love a serving of limbs with my
I
pea
bite
soup.
my lip every now and again, but Jesus.
I love biting my lip. It is like my worst thing that I do because it's like horrible for you, but I can't help it. I
always do it accidentally, and then I get caught into actually doing it like all the time after that. Yeah, you bite your lip. There you go.
Is that seductive? You're biting your lip. You know what that does to me.
I mean, I'm ready.
Yeah?
But anywho, back to it. Another time.
We digress. We also see that there's an orgy going on.
Yeah.
And okay.
The orgy of the snakes.
Tell me if I'm wrong, but in every orgy in movies, TV, why is there always one girl naked? She's always by herself up against a wall or a pillar, just dancing to herself. And she looks like she's like drugged, or she's just very turned on and she's just, dancing. Oh, no one's touching me, but oh my God, this feels so...
She probably was drugged.
So good.
I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm pretty sure they were on some pretty heavy herbs.
Oh, yeah. But it was just funny. Out of all the orgies I've seen in cinema, and I've seen plenty, there's always that one chick that's just dancing.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. It's cute. Okay, and James E. Jones starts to turn into a snake before he finds out
they're in there.
They're in there.
So,
like, was he gonna join the orgy? Was he gonna kill the people, eat the people in the orgy? And also,
really good question.
The Three-Eyed Raven's daughter, is she like his slave, his concubine?
His muse.
His muse.
Yeah.
I couldn't...
Well, she's the heir to the king, and...
Was he gonna, like, marry her to gain more power?
I'd say so.
Okay.
He becomes king of the land. He's higher than the high priest.
Okay. But yeah, the snake thing, I thought that was gonna be the big showdown, like James E. Jones. Bigger than the one earlier. Mm-hmm. He and Conan are just gonna, like, go at it. They get discovered, and he flees.
Yeah, he leaves.
Mm-hmm. Which, fine. At first, I thought, okay, that's kind of lame, but he lets everyone else do his bidding, kill them.
He
But,
ain't gonna endanger himself.
True.
You know? And that's the type of villain that he was. Why?
He was smart.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I got this person that could kill me physically, no problem. Mm-hmm. So what am I gonna do best? I'm going to use my manipulation skills to get all these other people to try to kill him. And at least it'll give me some time to get away.
They're expendable.
Exactly.
And I have also Valeria Cream. She is fabulous. Everything that she does.
Right.
Everything is, like, you can tell she's a dancer. Every move was so... She did everything from the top of her head, of her fingers, to the tippy toes. Graceful and badass.
That pirouette swing with the sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what...
Her spot was on.
Oh, her spot was tight.
Yeah.
What did you think of the combat? That's your field of expertise.
Yeah, so you can clearly tell. So the combat was good in the bigger battle sequences. Obviously, those guys, like all the Scandinavians in like the beginning or whatever, like in the beginning and even in the end. Mm-hmm. So the horseback riders, all of those guys were obviously stuntmen. They were all trained.
Pros.
Yeah, everybody in the orgy. That was where it was a little rough. It was almost like...
They were just extras?
Yeah, and I mean, Valyria Cream, she pretty much says it. Like, she got hurt because she was fighting an extra, and the extra didn't know what he was doing, and it screwed up her finger. But seriously, you can see it. It was all very... Which, that's what it is in combat. It's very show and go. It was during the orgy scene. Slower combat was a lot more...
Safe.
Yeah.
Let's be safe out there, guys.
Right.
Come on.
But when you add the stuntmen with the horse fights, the beginning village raid, awesome. Probably one of my favorite in movie cinema of battles is right there. I love that. I thought the music was perfect for that moment. Everything. The end battle with the mounds, another awesome fight sequence, especially with all the stunt work when you have the guys falling off the horse is falling downhill, and you got the bamboo spikes. Like,
they hired the most professional horses.
For real. Yeah. For real. But no, seriously, like it was all really awesome, really cool, really well done. I mean, really safe still. Like, nobody got hurt. But yeah, well, nobody in that sequence got hurt.
Right.
But a lot of people got hurt during the making of this film because you didn't have all the CGI crap that what we have now.
Crap.
Well, yeah.
I hate CGI.
But don't we all?
One thing I forgot to mention, the dogs.
Yeah.
That lost me. When I think of Rottweilers, I don't think barbarian, period. That could just be me.
I mean, that I really can't answer that question because I really don't know.
And they had like the silliest armor. It looks like they got it from Petco. You're a badass warrior.
Well, I'm gonna dress Opie and Gypsy in that shit then, like, if they have it.
Like, we have to. Find it. That would be
I didn't
adorable.
Mind. I thought it was interesting. I didn't mind the Rottweilers. I thought it was cool.
And then they had German Shepherds
as wolves.
Well,
they were calling them wolves, but I thought that they were like just rabid dogs, wild dogs. That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
But I know everybody was all like, yeah, the wolves.
Didn't you say that Arnold got...
Not bit. So what happened was with Arnold, so apparently the dog trainers were not very good during that because they were saying that, like, so the bit where Arnold is running up the hill, the dogs, he's actually running from these dogs. And what happened, because he saw...
His best acting scene ever.
Right, because the dogs would kind of turn on their handlers, as it was said. So they were like, the dogs weren't really well trained. So Arnold is running because these dogs are actually coming, and he was actually afraid of these dogs.
Aww.
So he's climbing up the thing. He loses his footing in one of the takes, and the dog just leaps up, grabs the cape, and starts pulling Arnold down the hill. And Arnold trips, and he cuts himself on like one of the rocks, and he says that the dog is still just like in his face, like growling, like freaking out. And then the handler came up and grabbed the dog and had to get the dog away from Arnold before a bite or something did happen.
Yeah.
So Arnold was just like, I had these dogs, and the dog is just staring me right in the face, and I didn't know what to do. He's just looking at me, and I'm bleeding. How can I continue the take? I'm bleeding. And the director's all like, use it. Like, don't touch it. Use it. We'll keep it in. This movie is going to last forever. Like, your wound will heal. Or some shit like that.
Ooh.
It's interesting.
Wow.
So Arnold's just like, okay, it's a good point, sure.
But back to they get the three-eyed raven daughter because that was part of their mission. Get my daughter back. They got her, and James E. Jones throws a snake arrow with a bow. That was cheesy.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a little cheese for me.
Okay.
I can see, a snake. It could be like a venomous snake, and when they get him, they like. But I don't.
It's pretty much what it was. I'd say. I think it was once it went in there, the venom went in. And no better way to kill somebody.
Yes, and poor Valeria tract infection dies.
Of an infection.
Of an infection.
Yeah, she dies.
poetic, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, that last line she says, God, what was it? Let me breathe my last breath into your mouth.
Yeah.
Creep.
I think if you would have cut mouth, maybe. Let me breathe my last breath into you. That sounds a little cleaner.
It would sound sweeter.
Yeah. Breathe my last breath into your mouth. I'm going to say that to you on my dying bed.
That's I would just be like, bye.
I'm definitely saying it.
So she's done, and that's it.
Yeah.
Conan's just like, but his friend's like, he's crying. He's like, Conan does not cry. I cry for him.
He's a barbarian.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, so what, barbarians don't cry?
No, it's
like,
just that he doesn't cry.
They don't show vulnerability?
Hymns don't cry.
No.
Macho. Very again, that's that macho man.
I've been to the top of the mountain!
Leading man thing where don't show emotion. They use it with their fists.
Yeah. He smashes things. He breaks them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
I bend you with my fist instead of my will. So,
yeah. And I know you like the final battle. That's your thing.
Yeah, I love it.
You loved it. Certain battles, that's when I tend to zone out the most. Unless there's something that really sticks out to me. And the only thing that stuck out was Valeria. She comes out looking like a Grecian goddess and helps Conan during
Which saves him.
Yeah, it's like, do you want... What did she say? Like,
do you want to live forever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
her tagline.
That was cool. I liked that. But James E. Jones tries to kill the daughter. Why?
Because now she's in their hands, so she can go back and they can use her as just ruling. She's no longer his.
But she wanted to go back.
He just had pretty much all of his best warriors killed.
He's like, oh, you're no good to me, so you're no good to anyone. I'm going to kill you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't really... I just thought that was weird. He gets away, but she doesn't die. Conan's guys block another snake arrow.
Another snake, yep.
And Conan returns to Cultapalooza.
Right.
Or Cultachella.
I like that.
Yeah.
Cultachella.
Cultachella.
Yeah.
And what are they doing, the cult? It's nighttime, they all have candles. Are they going to do another sacrifice? Are they doing a group suicide?
I mean, I don't know there. I don't know.
He was talking in like a very weird spoken word, something you would see at like a hip coffee shop. I couldn't understand what they were doing there. Were they just like Coachella, like a Comic-Con, just a bunch of people that like meet their idol?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess that's, yeah, I don't really know. That's just...
I just thought that was weird. But also, James Earl Jones, in almost every movie that he has done that I've seen, he says, my son, a lot.
In the movie, yeah.
In every movie he does.
Movie. Yeah.
Coming to America, The Lion King, Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's in his contract.
Gotta be.
He's got to say, my son.
My son.
I just caught that, and I just thought that was kind of interesting.
Fences. My son!
Yeah. And Conan kills James Earl Jones. This was awkward to me. The music's playing while he's chopping his head off, and then the music just stops. He shows the head to the group and throws it. No one says anything or does anything. Conan grabs his sword, drops it. Awkward pause. Everyone's just like, okay, I guess I'll just go home to my family now.
Well, yeah, he cut the head off the snake, so the body dies. The colt was the body of the snake. He was the head. So he kills the colt because he just killed the head of the snake. So that's why everybody is now extinguishing their candles. The leader is gone. Well, shit. The immortal was just killed. So apparently this is all bogus. Let me just walk away.
Conan was showing them...
He's just the man.
He's just a man.
He's the man.
He's a man. I would have liked to have seen at least like one of the extras, like a shot of them just going, oh, this wasn't what I thought, and this was all a lie. I'm pissed. Like maybe they should have like taken down the tower, and I don't know. I would have liked to have seen something shift.
Yeah.
It was just very, okay, the cult's over with. Everyone's going back home to their families and moving on with their life. This is a very big moment for Conan. I get it. He's like walking down the stairs and feeling his I just got my vengeance. He grabs this like hanging ball of fire and very dramatic.
Yeah.
Like he's an Olympian doing shot put and throws it to the top of the tower. No music. And you just hear bing.
Music.
Okay, it was very slight, but the fire just gradually starts to build. The drama. I don't know. I guess I would have liked to have seen seen a little more of boom, yeah.
Some like confetti comes down.
An explosion.
Not like an explosion, but I don't know, something. It was just a lot of